All right, let's talk about something that could totally change the way you speak English. I'm not kidding. There's this one sound, and it is the absolute key to unlocking that natural, fluent rhythm you hear in native speakers. So, you ready? Let's dive in.
Okay, first things first, let me ask you a question. What do you think is the single most common sound in the entire English language? Just take a guess. Your first instinct might be a consonant, right? Maybe a T or an S, or I don't know, a really common vowel like A or E.
Well, here's a little hint for you, and this might actually blow your mind a little bit. This sound, it's a total shapeshifter. It can be spelled with any vowel. Yeah, you heard that right. A, E, I, O, or U. And that's exactly why it's so common, but also why it's so sneaky and hard to spot.
Okay, drum roll please. This secret weapon is called the schwa. When you see it written out phonetically, it looks like this upside-down E symbol. And honestly, it's like the hidden heartbeat of English pronunciation. Today, we're finally going to drag it out into the spotlight.
So what is this thing? Well, the schwa is just a super soft, super relaxed sound. That's it, But here's the most important part. It only shows up in the unstressed part of a word. It's the sound we automatically make when we're not putting any effort or emphasis on a vowel. It is literally everywhere, just hiding in plain sight. Okay, to really get this, let's break down how it works. And honestly, the best way to think about the schwa is to call it the lazy vowel. That's what it is. It's the sound a vowel makes when it's just taking it easy. I love this way of thinking about it. The schwa isn't a sharp, clear sound like E or O. No way. It's neutral. It's relaxed. It's barely even there. It's the sound of making the least amount of effort possible, and that's the secret sauce that makes spoken English flow so well.
And this is where you can really see that shapeshifter quality in action. Look at the word about. The A at the beginning, that's not A, it's about. That's a schwa. The E in problem, probla, schwa. The I in pencil, you guessed it. Supply, supply. Support, support. See? The letter itself doesn't matter. It's all about that soft, unstressed sound.
Okay, so now you know what it is. That's the easy part. The real trick, the real skill, is learning how to spot it out in the wild, in everyday words. So where do we even start looking for this thing? Well, luckily for us, there's a bit of a pattern. You can usually find the schwa in one of three main places, right at the start of a word, tucked away somewhere in the middle, or hanging out at the very end. Let's check out some examples of each. So at the beginning, you hear it loud and clear in words like again, about, right? In the middle, listen for it in banan or family. And at the end, it's in words like sofa or teacher. That is a schwa sound. See what I mean? Once you train your ear to listen for that little unstressed you are going to hear it absolutely everywhere. All right, enough theory. You've got the basics down. Now it's time to roll up our sleeves and actually do this. We're going to go from just knowing about the schwa to actually making the sound ourselves and hearing it properly. And making the sound is actually ridiculously easy. Seriously, just relax your whole mouth, let your jaw go limp, keep your lips and tongue totally neutral, and just breathe out a little sound. That's it. There should be zero tension. That's why we call it the lazy vowel.
Okay, now here is where it gets really cool. The schwa is completely tied to word stress. Let's take the word record. When it's a noun, like a vinyl record, we stress the first syllable, rec-cord. That E is a full sound. But when it's a verb, to record something, the stress moves, record. Did you hear that? The first vowel just collapsed into a schwa. It went from re to record. Same thing with permit, the noun, and permit, the verb. The moment the stress leaves a vowel, bam, it turns into a schwa.
Okay, your turn. Let's try saying these sentences out loud. The goal is to make those schwa sounds super light and fast. Ready? I want to go to the cinema. Good. Next one. She gave me a banana. Last one. We live in a sofa city. Getting that rhythm down is everything.
So, we've gone through all this stuff, and you might be sitting there thinking, okay, but why does this one tiny sound matter so much? Well, here's the thing. Mastering the schwa isn't just some small pronunciation tweak. It's a game changer. It will fundamentally change not just how you sound, but how you understand spoken English.
This right here, this is the payoff. This is your new pronunciation superpower. First, you're going to sound way more natural and fluent. Second, your listening skills will get a major upgrade because you'll finally recognize the sound in fast native speech. Third, you'll be able to decode new words way more easily. And what does all that add up to? A massive, massive boost in your speaking confidence. It's a total game changer.
So there you have it. The secret's out. I'll leave you with this question. Now that you know about English pronunciation's laziest, most important, most common sound, where are you going to hear it first? Think about it. Is it going to be in a song you love, a movie you're watching tonight, or just in your next conversation? Go out there and start listening for it. I promise you'll be absolutely amazed at how often it pops up.